Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. That's it for today's video. So it's Thursday, and Thursdays I try to do Thursday's Thirsty Thoughts, where I come up with a topic, or someone else does, which is true in this case. Hopefully it's engaging, gets people going in the comments section with each other, with me, and get those conversations going. That's the whole thing. It's hard for me to do live streams too often, so it's a nice way to engage with people. So this one actually comes courtesy of Joe from Jow's Arcade. And actually, nothing about it. It was a comment he got. I don't know who gave him the comment, but anyway, Joe texted me a screenshot of it, and he said he answered it when it was posed to him, and he thought it would make for a good Thursday video. So thank you, Joe. I really appreciate the thought. So essentially, as you can see from the title, it's like I'm going to take a little bit different than what he sent, but just discussing these new West Coast IPAs. And it's kind of building upon the trends you think are going to happen in craft beer, or you'd want to see happen in craft beer. And then also, is the East Coast doing anything similar? So to kind of get to, sorry, it's so stupid hot out. It's like day 3 of 95 plus weather here. And I'm not built for that kind of heat, even inside with air conditioning going. Anyway, we're going to power through it. So if you haven't had any, there's this new West Coast IPA that has more of the body of a traditional West Coast IPA, with what I would say is more like the new hops. You're getting some of the like newer fruit flavors, as Joe from Jow's Arcade kind of says, like without anything else getting in the way. Now I still love hazy, New England style IPAs. I still like the oats and the wheat and stuff, the mouthfeel. I still like that, but I totally agree that it hits different when it's there's less going on, and the hops are even more at the forefront, which is kind of interesting because it is, those New England styles are, they're known for their hops. Like it's always like, what's the hop combo in this one, and they are quite a bit different than the old school West Coast IPAs. Now me, I'm pretty lucky. I like almost every style of beer that I've had. I would love, I remember, I'm a survivor of the great IBU Wars back in the day. Like I love those super stupid, bitter hop beers, and I would gladly take those old school West Coast IPAs for sure again. And I've had I'll say a decent amount of these new school West Coast IPAs, some from West Coast producers, like North Park, Slice come to mind that I've been able to have, Slice courtesy of Joe. And then Fiden's has been brewing kind of, in my opinion, like a decent amount of them, and totally have learned from the West Coast, I think North Park specifically. So just because of proximity, Fiden's is close to me, I've had a good amount of the ones that they've produced. And, I like the hop expression. I like the fruitiness. I like the, here's where I struggle. It's not the crispness of it. It's not quite crispness, but it's close. Without the oats and the wheat and stuff, it's, maybe crisp is the right word. And again, like Joe says, it's just, there's less getting in the way of just a hop expression. So I do like that. I'm glad it's a style. Is it a new style? Do we need to make the disclaimer, new school West Coast IPAs? And then I also want old school West Coast IPAs that are super bitter, super high IBUs. If we have to, that's fine. I want all of them. Pretty typical me. I like it all. I want it all. And then the second part, are East Coast breweries doing similar things, or are they just hopped up on the haze train still? And Fiden's is my go-to with that. And again, I already spoke on that. Then I go to Treehouse, and I'm not as well versed because they're just producing so much liquid beer. Otherwise, I cannot keep up. And I don't spend a ton, despite having a beer review channel, I don't spend a ton of time in that space reading up on beer and stuff. But I don't see a ton of posts from Treehouse that this is our take on the new school West Coast IPA. And when I think of East Coast trendsetters, Fiden's, Treehouse, Other Half, I haven't had one from Other Half. They may make them, I just haven't had one. Equilibrium, I haven't had any or seen any. Burial, but again, this could be my own ignorance. So I haven't seen quite the same thing. Kind of building off of a video I released fairly recently for a Thursday video. I do see breweries in the East Coast branching out style-wise. I just haven't seen a ton doing this style. I do think, again, to piggyback off that video of predicting current or upcoming craft beer trends, we'll see more East Coast breweries doing more diversity of styles, like a lot of breweries will be doing, I think. And I think these new school West Coast IPAs will be one of them that they'll jump on. But yeah, those are my thoughts and in my perspective, my limit. And again, that's why I like doing these kind of videos. We have a lot of different people living in a lot of different areas, seeing different things, exposed to different breweries. So that's where the comment section for me is huge. I can learn a lot from what you guys have to say. So, what's your take on this? Are you seeing breweries make this style? Are you like, what are you talking about? Like, there's a new West Coast IPA style. Yeah, anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, I forgot to bring anything to imbibe. Cheers, everyone.